Oh, hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to Nottingham. I am a little under the weather, but we are here. It's a warm one, and I'm already out for an adventure. I'm heading to a church. That's right, starting off right. So join me and let's explore whatever we can find in this city. Well, as I also go and buy shoes. So there you go. Tag along with me. Let's buy some shoes. I'm right now trying to find a church I saw on a map. Hey, here's the General Hospital from 1782. That's kind of cool. I guess we'll go this way. I have to admit, I did not expect this city to be so quiet. But it is also May 1st, and I think it's a holiday. So that could be why. But, anywho. Now, the city center itself, like, we're in it. We're just north of the Robin Hood statue and Nottingham Castle. But I have to go this way because, as I said, I saw a church that was of interest, and then I need to cut across to go to a mall to get some shoes. Because even though I live in a city of like 1.2 million people, I haven't been able to find my Nikes, the ones I run in. I had a store initially right down the street from me in Tangier, and I bought a couple pairs there, and then lo and behold, they stopped selling them and have some brand. I have no idea what they are. But look at this. We're not in Tangier. We're in beautiful Midlands part of England, which makes me happy. It's definitely a different vibe than Liverpool, Southport, Llandudno. It is not on the water where we are today. But it doesn't take away the beauty of the area. Now, some of you will actually be proud of me. I looked up online whether the church was actually open or not. There was another church I wanted to go to in the center. Very, very pretty one. But it's not open until Saturday. So instead, we're here in this beautiful little park right next to the Playhouse. And I believe that's a church right next to it, unless my eyes are going, which is possible. And I'm realizing my voice is very raspy today. So that's this lingering ick that I got about 10 days ago. Actually, about 10 days ago. So the doors were open to St. Barnabas that my head is now blocking, but here we are. So let's go in and take a look. I love being around churches. I mean, even look up there. You can see, like, the old, there's, like, a worship place right there. And I apologize for the bag. I'm trying to be responsible. Beautiful. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Hi. This is lovely. Stations across. Stained glass, which I'm sure has a story to it. The benefactors that would have helped pay for it. For the baptisms right here. Oh, it's gorgeous. Here's the altar right here. Wow. Look up this. This is pretty cool. I love the cross. Lovely, lovely church. Statue of Joseph right here. And here's the Blessed Sacrament. So you can go and alright, gotta be quiet. A little side chapel right here. This is St. Hugh's Chapel. And then another chapel right here. This is the Lady Chapel. So, that was St. Barnabas. Catholic Cathedral here in Nottingham. I can't tell if it's also the Nottingham Cathedral, because I saw signs of it inside there as well, but it's lovely. It's lovely. And no, it was unlocked. Alright, let's go explore. Alright, that makes me so happy. Finally got into a church. I feel like at my last adventure when I was in Tarifa, well, I couldn't get into a church to save my life. You know, you might not know this, but just like Liverpool, I love the different style buildings and the old architecture mixed in with the new as we dive into the royal zone. If I mispronounce anything like Wollaton, I apologize. I just learned that Derby is Derby and not Derby. Someone should really explain that to me, because it's not spelled like Barbie. But, you know, that's the American part of this. So here's two different cool things I've noticed. One, there's Marco Pierre White's Steakhouse Bar and Grill here in Nottingham. For me, if I remember right, and I know he's famous in his own right, but isn't that who Chef Ramsay trained under? That's my knowledge base. I'm pretty sure it is. That's cool. But then next to it, look at this cute place. The Tap and Tumbler. It's adorable. Huh. Now we're talking. Look at these buildings. They're beautiful. The stage. It's a proper city tour now. No idea where we are. I'm kind of just willing myself to the shopping center. But, it's cool. Alright, we'll go this way. Next to the Oriental Market. It's so interesting seeing trams. Well, I haven't seen them in Tangier in quite some time. I don't even know if they exist. I don't think they do. And a really bad image filming for you guys, because I don't have a good angle. Here's the theater, the Royal Theater, right next to the Peckish. You would swear it's my first time filming with a camera, but it's really not. I'm coming in from the bad angles this time. And I'm realizing I actually have to get over here. That's where my shopping is. I found it. Woo! Right next to Fridays. Alright, so we're passing this place from 1761. Looks like a cool little venue, and coming down this rather entertaining street. Well, now I have food options. I mean, you know, come to Nottingham and get pizza, right? I did actually try wings today, or wingers. Alright, we're starting off with food. I got wings right here. And a nice chocolate shake. Waiting for the train. I don't know, something like that. Here's the King's Walk. And I'm trying to will myself to a place of where I can get shoes. If you guys watched my my Liverpool verse video, I was trying to get clothes at Poundland. So I'm really not the smartest tool in the shed when it comes to shopping here in the UK, but it is what it is. If I was a pastry guy, I'm pretty sure putting pantry right here would probably be where I'd stop. Say they have a lot of pastries. Oh my god, I found TK Maxx. Wow. Well, you guys do not have to worry about me. I found a place to eat. Thank God. You know, as an American. As long as there's a McDonald's, I'll be okay. I'm not really going to McDonald's. No. But I'm saying, I did find one. It's right there. Right next to a churros place. So, I want to go in this way, but we're not. We're going to cut. Instead of going into the mall that way, there's another entrance. Because there's some cool looking graffiti to look at. Like mural. I mean, who doesn't want to go in through Beavertown? Alright, maybe Beavertown's a little overrated. Learning about Dorothy Whipple right here, who was once described as the Jane Austen of the 20th century. I have to admit, I've never heard of Jane Whipple. I have heard of the Peacock, though. Right across the street, right over here. It's a cute building, the Rose of England. So what rose are they a part of if they have a white rose? I don't know. Alright, I'm caving in. We're going in through a side entrance. I'm trying to figure out why everyone's wearing, like, summer clothes, and I realize it's, like, 20 degrees here. Which, for everyone here, is really, really hot. Well, after spending a ton of money on food already today, I'm super happy to find a Tesco. So I can get groceries tomorrow, or at least to cut into my cost of feeding me. But, yeah, so here's the mall. You know, it's not as glorious as the Poland malls, Polish ones. Although they do have our friends. Look at this. Look at all of our animals. They need homes, guys. They need homes. All right, we're walking out of the mall successfully. Well, kind of successfully. I had to go to two different stores. Went to the House of Fraser and found a comparable running shoe. And hopefully it does the trick, even though it's a half size bigger. But it was only 50 pounds, not 110 or 200. It definitely feels like a summer night here. Just because you can feel like the humidity in the air. It almost like feels like we need a thunderstorm. Just saying. As I cut on to a side street, get a live performance going on behind us. I'm passing a Foot Locker, and I almost went in, but I know if it's anything like the Foot Locker in the States, it's going to be more expensive. So, quick question as I pass McDonald's number 2. Does anyone know a alternative Nike running shoe to the Pegasus? I've had Pegasus since I was like 13 years old. And I'm trying to find something that doesn't cost as much. So, anyway, that's me reaching out to you guys for help. Here's the street. So we literally are at like 6 o'clock in the evening. Well, yeah, it's around 6 o'clock right now. And this is what it looks like here at 6. Here's the Lion Hotel. I like that. It's pretty cool looking. At the mall, it was interesting. They were saying like I know where I went, they were closing. And I went to H&B for vitamins. It's so funny. I could have just walked over on the side street. Huh. It literally is the exact same source. Look at this building right here. This is gorgeous. Beautiful Zara. Literally, look at this. What a cool... I like it. I'm not even sure which way to go. We're just zigzagging right now. This is what happens when you aimlessly wander in a city. But look at the Zara building. That has like a bit of history to it. That is gorgeous. Wow. This is pretty cool. This is the Exchange. We'll walk in here because I want to look at what it looks like up above. You're fine. I don't have you. Yeah, no, you're good. Look at this. That's beautiful. Oh, it's so cool. And what I like about it is we're passing, looks like a tea place. It looks like there's this beautiful like artwork straight up ahead. You know, I know this one travel blogger who probably would love to investigate this area. Isn't that true, Domenica? Oh, it's so cool. They have like, I didn't even realize there was like an art gallery that we were passing on the way, but look at that. Oh, this is so cool. This is where I wish I had my students so I could say, hey, do you guys know what the direction is for north? But look at this. Look at the artwork. And it says the Corporation of Nottingham. So this must have been owned or run by the Corporation of Nottingham. And fittingly, here's a running store that, oh, not my face. Sorry about that. Camera always does these crazy things. Here's a running store. I'm not going in. I want to have the illusion that I had a good deal. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's awesome. All right, Nottingham, you're winning my heart. You are. So, right here on the wall, it's pretty cool. They actually talk about the council house that we were just in. They had the opening ceremony for it in 1929. And, yeah, they give you a whole little spiel about it. That's awesome. I'm so happy we just happened to stumble across that. And then, like, look across the street. The Flying Horse, established in 1483. Columbus hadn't even discovered America then, had he? The Vikings had. But not Columbus. So here you go. We're on the other side of that building, right next to my beautiful friend here, Mr. Aslan. And look at this. Look at that building. That is the Alchemist, it looks like. But these buildings are beautiful. That's cool. We found the square, if you will. Awesome. Oh, there's the Weatherspoon. Let me go have some burnt food. I know, that wasn't very nice. But here's the building. The other side of it. Too cool, huh? All right. I'm digging the center. Digging the center. Now here's my question for people that are watching it that are locals. During the wintertime, do they put like a Christmas tree here in this part of the city? Like, is there a giant Christmas tree? Because this would be a really good spot. I mean, a really good spot. Wow. I like it a lot. I like it almost as much as that Five Guys. Just kidding. Debenhams. Oh, lovely. All right, let's find something else. So that was the old market square, as I'm just cutting across. Oh my God. You guys are not going to believe what I just found. This is my lucky day. Oh my God. And you know what? I need socks. Look what I found. I found Poundland. Right there, Poundland. Yes. I actually am going in. You can't stop me. Well, I was all ready to show you how successful I was in there. They actually had an entire lower floor of clothing, but their socks are too thin for this runner. Good deal. £2, 50 pence for 3 pairs, but didn't have the ones that I was looking for. I'll try again, Poundland. I'll try again, but thank you. Look at the street right here. Just beautiful. Now that is the Anglican church in the background. That one's actually closed. It's only open on Saturdays. That much I do remember. Smells good right now. This is pretty cool. I have not seen a recruiting station here before, so I like the fact that I found one, especially as a prior service in the U.S. military. It's cool. All right. I think I see something I want to get. Food. All right, so I went into Sainsbury and reused my bag that I had in Southport. And how lovely this is. It really is. It's interesting, like actually I have a couple things. One, part of me really wants to go and explore some more, but I'm hungry. Because that face down there and that whole area looks really inviting, but for another day. We'll be here tomorrow as well, can explore more then. But what I did is I bought food at the grocery store. I bought some bananas, I bought some yogurt, and I bought a sandwich. basically I bought a bunch of goodies. So my dinner is 10 pounds and not 20 or 30. And it can actually go into the morning as well. I have no idea what this is. Looks interesting though. Right next to Hotel Chocolat. So we're going to cross the street right here. And let's head back towards the castle. You know what I mean? Happy B-Day to you guys. If you go straight that way and hang a right, it'll take you down to the train station. That's where I came in on. It's a cool building. Look at this. Yeah, I came in on the train via Birmingham. So that was a first. I've never flown to Birmingham before. It's pretty smooth. You know what I don't miss though? Little reference. I really hate it when people, see the camera and the sense that, hey, if you're smoking something you shouldn't, maybe you shouldn't keep smoking it. God. So where were we? Yes. Birmingham was nice. I mean, the train station, the logistics of it, I enjoyed it quite a bit. And look, you'll notice this here, that you have Robin Hood signs here, because obviously, as you know, that's why we actually came to Nottingham, for Robin Hood. Look at this building. And yes, that's all I got on that part. One thing that I hope to take advantage of maybe tomorrow, not tonight, because honestly, leaving at 3 o'clock this morning, 3:30 this morning, and traveling for 12 hours to get here, I'm not in the mood for going out, but this looks like a cool little pub. You got Ye Old Salutation Inn right there to the side, and then the Royal Children right here. And look, another Robin Hood reference. Robin Hood and Friar Tuck, right next to St. Nicholas Church. My God, we are in church heaven, aren't we? And actually, in all seriousness, I mean, the church is closed, St. Nicholas, right off of St. Nicholas Street. A couple of cool things, though. You see that clock right there? Look what it says. It is time to see the Lord. Love it. I love the old tombstones they put right here, put in for walking steps. And I'm actually super aware that there's a front moving across, so I'm trying to be very, very careful. But what's even better, wow, St. Nicholas, the lights are even on. Maybe we can get in. But what I was going to show you is if you go down that way, okay? Not only do you get more of the university, I think there's like a college down there, and the train station, but you have the canal, and there's like a boardwalk. I don't know if we can call it a boardwalk, but there's a walking area. For the record, St. Nicholas is open. There is a kids group meeting in there right now. I didn't want to film it, but that's technically 2 for 2 today. Just want you to know. That's right. I'm winning. I feel like I'm in Maine right now, and it's not for the historical sites. It's for the fact that I keep passing kids, teenagers who are just lighting up on the side of the street, having a good time. And what they don't realize is the smell carries right over. Ugh. Or maybe it's my twin just trying to mess with me. I don't know. But anyway, we are on Maid Marian Way, and we are coming up to Robin Hood's statue. Thank goodness. If some of you who actually went on my walking tour of Liverpool, the southern part of the city, we found Robin Hood's stone. Not sure why he was over there, but now we found the actual statue. So you'll note, beautiful outdoor eating right here, dog friendly. And we have the lower walls to Nottingham Castle. So everyone's enjoying their food out. I have my food in my bag. But look at this. Here he is. Here's Robin Hood. Doing his thing. I'm more interested in these statues over here. Only because, honestly, if I'm being honest, the statue doesn't look like Kevin Costner, and it doesn't look like Russell Crowe, which I know were historical reenactments of the real Robin Hood. So, also doesn't look like the fox from the Disney version. But look at this. It's like they have Robin Hood shooting his last arrow. I love the fact this looks like the Stations of the Cross, but instead it's the Stations of Robin Hood. Too funny. Because look, then you go down, King Richard the Lionheart joins the hands of Maid Marian and Robin Hood. Wait, is that Patrick Stewart? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Robin Hood and Little John fighting on a bridge. Wasn't he John Little before that happened? I believe he was. Here's Robin with me. Hey Robin, how you doing? Now, it's interesting. They have right here, I guess you can get in. I don't know. So at Nottingham Castle, they actually have some performances from the theater company. So if you look right here, they have advertisements in July for A Midsummer's Night Dream, for Romeo and Juliet, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And not to, drive home more advertising, but I was in Wonderland, in Wales most recently. You should really check out that vlog. Here, look, here's the link. Now, the crow is not that busy right now, but it's got the coolest mascot. It's a very sophisticated crow if you look very carefully. Very cute. Very, let's just say, debonair. Oh my goodness, really? The castle walls are the gates are closed. They clearly don't want you to see it through my eyes. Shocking. So shocking, I'm coughing. Well, I thought that was funny. Not as funny as the sign right here that says, "Beware, very steep drop beneath the wall." If you actually look, you can see it's steep. But yeah, so we're not getting in there. The historical gate with a sheriff. Wait, actually, no. All right, I'm sorry. I have to be serious for a second. Isn't Richard III buried here? Isn't that what made Nottingham so famous? I'm pretty sure that is. And I say that because, if you see the trigger right here? What do you see right here? King Richard. That's right. I knew I remembered something about this city. So, of course, I see a Robin Hood exhibit down below, but the castle itself has a history with Richard. What that history is, I guess we'll have to wait until we pick this up on day 2. And with that, since I am pretty close to my hotel, and I have no one to call right now, although I could, I'm going to call it a day. So thank you for shopping with me, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you got a little bit of a feel for the center part of town. And tomorrow we're going to go elsewhere. We might get into the castle or not. I think there's a cooler spot to see. So anyway, I appreciate you. I'm going to go up King Charles Street because that's awesome. And I'll see you soon. Peace, guys. Peace. I can't believe it. I actually really did a real loop. I'm so proud of myself. King Charles Street. King Charles House. Too cool. Too cool. All right. I'm at the hotel, guys. I'll see you soon.